Hi, and welcome everyone to our Be Your Own Boss event. My name is Carlina Knowles, and it is Wednesday, the 25th of July, 2018. So whether you're watching this live or you're watching back the recording, someone has cared about you enough to share this event with you. And so we would like to give you a huge, big warm welcome and thank you for sharing some of your time with us. So on nights like tonight, I'm so grateful that we get to work from home because there is huge storms here in Western Australia. So I'm glad that we get to be nice and cozy in the comfort of our own home. But tonight is all about sharing with you what this exciting thing is that we're up to. And we have some gorgeous ladies sharing with us tonight who are all on the same mission, creating wealth through sharing health with a product and program that we align ourselves with. For myself, I came across this opportunity about 18 months ago, and at the time we had a lot of financial stress in our lives. My partner and I own a traditional business in mining, and with the downturn in Western Australia in mining, our business pretty much went under and we were struggling financially, and any money that we did earn, we were having to pay to employees. So we had 4 kids at private schools, we had a mortgage, and we were struggling to buy groceries each week. So I was looking at having to go back to work and get a 9-to-5 job while my partner worked away, and I was going to have to find someone to look after my kids or put them in before and after school care. And that just wasn't an option for me. I wanted to stay at home and look after my kids. So when I came across this opportunity, it just made complete sense to me. And I thought, what if this could be the thing that allows me to stay at home with my family and do the things that I've always wanted to do. So I jumped on board and I haven't looked back. And I'm so excited because I know that in the future, I'm working towards retiring my husband from his FIFO job and bringing him home with his family. So I am going to step out of the way now, and I'm going to pass over to Zoe, who is going to share with us about the product and program that we align ourselves with. Thanks, Zoe.
Thanks, Carlina. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me on tonight. I really love getting to chat to people about these amazing products, which I came across about a year ago. So just to give you a bit of background on me, I've got 3 young kids. They're 6, 5, and 17 months old. And when I came across the products, my bub was about 5 months old. I was still breastfeeding her. And I was just feeling really depleted. I was tired all the time. I was getting really poor interrupted sleep. I was pretty much living on coffee and just making really poor food choices because I just lacked the energy and that drive to really get what I needed into my body. And as a result, I was just feeling really awful. I was catching every bug that the kids brought home from school, and I just wasn't coping well at all. So the concept was so simple to me. Fruit and veg was something that I knew I needed more of, but I just found it really difficult to get the recommended daily intake. And being that that's now, 9 to 13 serves of fruit and veg, I struggled to get that. I couldn't even get 2 and 5 on a daily basis, let alone that serve into my kids. What also happened was my daughter was diagnosed with asthma when she was about 2.5. So she was on a huge amount of medication, preventers, relievers. She was on oral medications as well. She had this chronic cough that she literally hung on for the whole of winter. It used to keep us all awake at night. Nothing that we tried could shake it. So once I got her on the product, she was on the Kids Choose for about 3 weeks. And I noticed a massive change. She stopped needing the nebulizer. She stopped needing her relievers on a daily basis. And she pretty much hasn't had any asthma medication for a whole year now. With me, I definitely noticed an increase in my energy within the first 48 hours, which was amazing. Even on nights with really interrupted sleep, I was waking up feeling actually like I could function and not so foggy. I also noticed that my breast milk supply increased. So my first 2 kids, I struggled to feed past the age of 6 months. After taking Juice Plus, probably within about a week, my breast milk supply increased and I could feed my bub right up to the age of 13 months. So that for me was, as a mum, is just invaluable. And my whole family's been on it now for a year. I'll never take them off these amazing products, after seeing the amazing benefits that we've had. So you're probably wondering, what are these products that you're talking about? So We have the fruit, vegetable, and berry capsules. And it's basically just dehydrated whole food nutrition in capsule form. The thing that I really love about this is they actually have a food label, and I don't know if that's back to front, but this is a food list. You know, you don't need a science degree to read it. If you can eat these foods, you can take Juice Plus. And that was super important to me, you know, having a newborn bub and breastfeeding. I needed something that was totally safe, and I knew that lived comfortably to me and my children. You know, what I also love about it is it's a super convenient way to bridge the gap, you know, between what we do eat and what we should be eating. The way that these are made is they're actually grown on organic Juice Plus farms. The fruit and veg is left on the vine until it's vine ripe, and that's when it's at its most nutrient dense. So they're picked from the vine, they're taken straight to the processing plant, they're not cold stored, and they're put through massive blenders and they're blended down to a pulp. Everything's left intact with the fruit and veg, the fibre, the stem, the pips, the seeds, everything, because they contain most of the nutrition. Once they're brought down to the pulp, they're then dehydrated at super low temperature, and that's to preserve all of the amazing enzymes. They're then encapsulated to stop oxidization, and you're left with these amazing capsules of vibrant whole food nutrition. And it's sort of like the way that herbs and spices are made. The difference between Juice Plus and a multivitamin, which is something I get asked all the time, is that if we look at a multivitamin, you know, it's made in a lab, it's made by someone in a white coat, and it's basically just fractured nutrients that are, you know, from synthetic substances. If we look at what's within Juice Plus, which is literally dehydrated whole food, we're getting our nutrition from a food source. So the difference is our body recognizes it as food. It's absorbed straight away because it's bioavailable. So, you know, the benefits are circulating within your bloodstream in minutes. That's what I really loved about this product as well, is you really start to feel the benefits straight away. So for people who can't swallow the capsules, so my husband's one of these people as well, but also for kids, they do a chewable variety. So we have the fruit chews and the veggie chews. And these are gummies. So they're basically made the exact same way as the capsules. But as you can imagine, once you take out all the sugar and the water and the salt, things like parsley and kale and broccoli don't taste amazing. So they are sweetened with a little bit of natural tapioca syrup, and they've got fruit pectin in there to give them that chewy consistency. I actually don't have any left because my kids eat these like lollies. Otherwise, I would show you. They're amazing. Again, they contain over 17 different fruits and veg, and I just love knowing that I can get these into my kids on a daily basis and just start their day off, you know, with such good nutrition, and they think they're getting a treat. What I love about this company, who have been around for over 45 years, is that they have a heart. So for every adult that's on the fruit and veg products, they can actually sponsor a child between the age of 4 to 18 to receive their products for free for up to 4 years. It's amazing value. It's really, really beneficial because we've got, I think, over 1.5 million kids in the study worldwide. And some of the results that we've been getting back are just phenomenal. Like, kids are having, you know, way less days off school sick, less trips to the doctor, better concentration in class, increased craveability for fruit and veg. They're drinking more water. They're just generally healthier kids. And I love knowing that, you know, this company and the product that I'm aligned with is helping, you know, it's helping those kids in those ways. It's a really good feeling. If you're someone who loves the research, which is pretty much me, you know, I've got a background in nursing. I really wanted to know that this was a product that had been well researched. And it's actually the most researched nutraceutical in the world. There's over 35 gold standard medical studies that have been done, and they're from really reputable universities all over the world. The two standouts for me in amongst all that array of medical research is that these products are clinically proven to decrease inflammation within the body and increase your immunity. So that's something that's really important this time of year. All the colds and flus and bugs that are going around, and certainly I've noticed in my family since being on these, way less sick days. And, you know, if we do get a cold, we bounce back within 24, 48 hours. So that's pretty amazing. Again, if you want to know more about the research, just reach out to whoever got you in touch with this recording tonight or who brought you on here, because, yeah, there really is so much to have to go into. Our next product is our complete powders. And this is them here. And they're called Complete because they're complete balanced nutrition. So this is a this is a completely perfect blend of complex carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, if I can get that out. They come in vanilla and chocolate. I don't know which one's my favorite. We absolutely love them in our house. They're so versatile. I throw these in my bag, you know, when I'm running out the door, because I quite often don't have time for breakfast. So I'll shake one up with some coconut water. These contain things like, you know, they've got a superfood blend. So pomegranate powder, spirulina powder, yucca powder, mushroom powder. I mean, I wouldn't even know where to buy that stuff from. These are 40% of your recommended daily intake of vitamin D. They're from plant-based protein, okay, so they're really easy to digest. Great for kids as well. We use these, we blend them up with fruit and veg in the afternoon and give them for afternoon tea, and they keep their little tummies happy and full for longer. I absolutely love these, you know, low GI, they're just delicious. Our other product is our omegas. So this is our omega product. It's a beautiful, clean, vegan omega. We've cut out the middle fish, and we've actually haven't sourced the omega-3s from the fish. We've gone straight to the source that the fish get their omegas from, which is the algal oil. So it's much more environmentally stable. It's a beautiful, clean product, like I said. And the best thing about it for me is no fishy aftertaste. I cannot stand that horrible fishy aftertaste from those horrid fish oil supplements. These ones are flavored with some natural orange, rosemary, and vanilla oil. Again, safe for kids. And they're just delicious. And because they contain a blend of things like raspberry seed oil, tomato seed oil, safflower seed oil, actually highly occurring in omegas are 5, 6, 7, and 9, which is really awesome. So they're perfectly balanced. Great for vegans as well, obviously. So that's our complete range of amazing products. But the other thing is that once you order any of our beautiful products, you actually receive full life access to our amazing JVT program. So this is it here. It's a beautiful whole food based healthy living program. It's all online, so there's loads of support. It was created by a master chef. So the recipes in here, they're not bland diet food. They're actually beautifully presented. They're so tasty. You know, the flavors are amazing. It's family friendly. There's so many tips in there as well. You know, there's just a lot of content. There's a detox in there. There's menu plans. There's meal guides, shopping lists. There's even a shred component for those wanting to lose weight. I found this to be such amazing value. It's really taught me the importance of getting back to whole food. And also it's helped teach my kids the importance of whole food as well, and just getting back to what Mother Nature intended us to eat. I love that we can use this program, you know, to bring our family together and cook healthy meals in the home. We've certainly felt a lot more healthy and vibrant since being on this amazing program as well. And yeah, that's about all from me. I'm going to wrap it up and I'm going to hand it over to Stephanie, and she's going to share with us her product story. Thanks, Steph.
Hi everyone, thanks so much Zoe for handing over to me. So I've been on the products since the beginning of the year, so since January. Back then I was 7 months postpartum with our little girl. I'd been back into my fitness for a few months, but I was struggling to lose a lot of the baby weight that I'd gained. I was really tired all the time. I was finding I really needed to have my little nana nap, my siesta snooze. Or I was finding I was just like looking for something to eat in the pantry just to give me an energy boost. Also, I was always really prone to getting cold and flus and sinusitis several times a year, not just in winter. And the other big attraction for me at the time with the products was that my husband is in the mines, but he's also a triathlete. So nutrition is really important to our family. Since being on all the products, I find that I no longer need to have my afternoon naps. I actually tried to have one about a month ago, and then I laid down and was like, I just want to do something now. Like, I just don't need it. So that was pretty cool. I have so much more energy. I'm constantly running around after my little girl. She's just over 1 now, and I love that I don't need to have a rest from looking after her. That she keeps me on my toes, but it's awesome. And I've also managed to lose about 5 kilos with the program that Zoe mentioned, alongside with the whole food nutritional support. So really stoked, because I really struggled losing some of that weight. And I have not had any cold or flu since being on the products. I did have sinusitis last week, and it only lasted 3 days. Prior to the products, I'd have it easily for 2 weeks. So I'm just stoked that our house is no longer riddled with, snotty noses and coughing throats all the time. And hubby no longer has severe tummy pains up on the mines because he's getting that nutrition every day. He takes his capsules up there, and he's now asked if he can take chews because it's a lot easier, and he's such a lolly fiend, so he wants to have even more. So yeah, we're really excited to see even more changes with our little family with this great nutrition and program. Thank you, Zoe, and I'll hand back to Carlina.
Wow, thanks so much. Your stories are amazing. So we've just got another beautiful lady sharing with us. Bree, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you. Hopefully you can hear me. Bit of a storm happening outside. So I've been taking the products now for over 3 years, and I'm also a triathlete. And I, when they came into my life was when I was actually training for a really big competition. So I had to be really careful with what I actually put into my system. And prior to that, I was a serial multivitamin taker, to the point where I took every multivitamin that you could take plus more. And I was also suffer severe back pain. So I was living on anti-inflammatories, Panadol, you name it, I was living on it. It got to a point where I was just really feeling lethargic, but I was like, but why? I'm very healthy, but I just felt really lethargic and tired. So I went to the doctors, got a blood test done to find out that my liver was actually shutting down because of all the multivitamins, medication, everything that I was taking. So long story short, that was a massive wake-up call for me about how important it is about what you actually put in your body. And sometimes I thought taking all these multivitamins and masking the pain was the right thing to do, but obviously my body was screaming out for help. So stopped all that, and then that's when Juice Plus came into my life. And because of the competition I was doing, I had to be very careful with actually what I put into my system. So this thing, just fruit and vegetables, ticked all the boxes for me. Liver's all good, got heaps of energy. The first thing I actually really did notice since taking these tablets or taking Juice Plus was I was sleeping so much better, which meant I was getting a lot more out of my training. I was recovering a lot more quicker. I was also a serial lolly taker. I used to take bags of lollies every day. Don't do that anymore. Don't like sugar anymore. I actually just had my daughter's birthday party on the weekend, and we had cake, and it was the worst thing ever. We crashed. We had a big crash that night. So don't like the sugar anymore. Saying that, my daughter loves the chews as well. We touch wood, we still haven't had the flu or cold this winter. Saying that, we were sick with the tummy bug, and with the vomiting bug, but we were back bouncing around full of energy the next day. So these capsules definitely do help with that, just with building that immune system up. So I'm going to be on these for the rest of my life. So that's just my story in a nutshell for you.
Awesome. Thanks, Bree. I love hearing all these stories, and I haven't heard yours in such a long time, and it still blows me away. And it just reminds me that I actually haven't had a cold or a flu since starting over 18 months ago, which is amazing. But we're now going to switch things up a gear, and we're going to talk about the business. So I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of uncertainty in the workplace nowadays, and jobs aren't as secure as they used to be. Just look at Coles and Woolworths, for instance. They're replacing all the checkout operators with self-service machines, and same at the airports. Even Uber is taking away their drivers and replacing them with automatic cars, which is crazy. So people are looking for other ways to create an income. So I am going to hand it over to Sarah now, and she's going to speak to us a bit about how our business works.
Cool. Thanks, Carlina. Hey guys, I'm Sarah, and I first looked into this business about 10 months ago, and I inquired with a lovely lady by the name of Natasha, and at that time I was quite skeptical about the business, and I had a lot of questions, and I will confess I thought, oh, is it one of those things? Is it one of those pyramid schemes that I've heard people talk about? But after having lengthy chats with her, she assured me that it was not, and that they were in fact made illegal back in 1977. But if you actually look at the pyramid shape as such, and I'll use as an example, I guess, when I had my first job back in high school, I was a checkout chick at Kmart, which is now my favourite shop, but anyway. And so I was a sales assistant down here along the bottom, and then we had our supervisors on the floor, and then we had our assistant managers, and then our managers, and then going up we had our store manager, regional manager, more and more positions, all the way up to the CEO, who sat up here at the top. So basically down here as a checkout chick, in order to work your way up within the organisation, really in reality someone had to leave the company. And when one of those positions would become available, you were competing against colleagues who had actually become good friends for those positions. And obviously the higher and higher you would get, the harder it was to, the less positions were available. And I mean, really, it was very unlikely that this CEO was going to leave. And if they were, obviously everyone would be fighting for that same position. So the thing I love about our business, and I'll just make this off, is I guess we're a bit more shaped like this. So along the bottom here, we have our virtual franchisees who come into the business, and that's just $165 to join up. And the great thing about this is there is unlimited amount of these positions available. And then up the top here, we have our pinnacle position, which is marketing director. Now, what the cool thing about this is this position is also unlimited as well. So there is no limit to how many people can work their way up from being a virtual franchisee to the top position. And the coolest thing about this that I liked is, in order to get to this top position, it's all about helping other people. And the more people you help, the faster you can get up to this position here. So it's not, we work together as a team, and everyone is supporting and uplifting everyone to reach these positions within the company, as compared to traditional business, where I guess it's a bit dog eat dog, especially in and in Western Australia where I am, the way the market is at the moment. You know, unemployment is high and positions are quite there's a bit of sabotage. So yeah, that's what I found really cool. Now the other thing I'm going to talk about, I guess one of the other misconceptions is that you need to know a lot of people. And another big thing for me when I first spoke to Natasha was, am I going to become one of these people that's harassing my friends and family, and people are going to start avoiding me in the schoolyard because they're like, oh, here comes Sarah, she's going to try and get me up for a position. And what I quickly realised was up the top here, we had Fiona. Now, Natasha and Fiona were school friends. They were school mum friends. Their children go to school together. So I applied to a position. This is me. I applied to a Mummies on a Mission post that Natasha put up on her Facebook page, and that's I fell in love with the products in the business and I got involved. I then had a good friend of mine, Steph, reach out to me. I've since had a few other people who have jumped on board as well. Steph has since brought people into her team. And as you can see, the only people that I knew back in the beginning was Natasha and the team that I have brought on, and the business just naturally and organically grows from there. So that was another thing that I found really cool. So that's it from me, and I'm going to hand over to Lisa.
Thanks, Sarah. Hi, everyone. When I first came across the Juice Plus business, I wasn't in any way looking for a business as such. I was looking for something. I kind of had lost a little bit of who I was, what I was doing. I'm a busy mum. I'm a homeschooling mum. I work outside of the home a couple of days a week. And I kind of felt like I was losing a little bit of who I was, a little bit of identity. And so when a friend reached out to me and suggested that I have a look at the business, I did. And it just became evident to me after using the products and loving them, it just became evident to me that it was something that I could really take hold of. And as Sarah had already mentioned, it's about a community lifting each other up. We all try and strive to ensure that everybody gets to, the growth that the personal development is just amazing. It's just something that I've really, really valued, and certainly something that I will continue to use to grow myself, my business, and continue on a path. Currently, we are travelling Australia, my family and I, and whilst I'm not 100% funding using the Juice Plus business, I am definitely contributing to that travelling and all of the special experiences and adventures and stuff that we have. So I feel like I, definitely am part of our family's contribution as far as finances are concerned. So I definitely recommend having a look at the business, and anybody who's suggested that you have a look at this recording or jumped on today, then ask the questions. It's definitely worth it. So, thanks. I'd like to pass on to Jo now.
Thanks so much, Lisa. That's amazing. I love that you're traveling with your family and having all those extra experiences. Super cool. So thanks for having me on tonight, girls. I am here to share how we get paid, which is some of the fun stuff. I know that when I first looked at this business opportunity, I was nursing as well. Like Zoe said before, I'm a nurse too. And what I found was, with my husband working away, that I was getting really rushed. I really wanted to be able to spend that extra time with the kids. And things just weren't ticking the boxes for me anymore. So when I looked at this, it really made a lot of sense. And I caught the vision pretty quickly as to what this could be. And so I'm really proud to say that I actually retired myself from nursing last year, about almost 12 months ago now, which is really exciting. And we're no longer a FIFO family, which is great. We moved to Port Hedland, which has been a huge adventure. And it's been really great that I could be that mum who can be there for every pick up and drop off. I can be there for assemblies. I can be there for sports days. I can be there for swimming carnivals and, all those things. But not only the school related stuff, I love, my kids are 5 and 8, and I love that I can say yes to those after school activities. So I think last term we were doing football, netball, dancing, taekwondo and swimming lessons, and so we had a pretty full week, but it wasn't so much the time factor, it was the fact that I could say yes to those things from a financial perspective, because there was that extra income coming in, that the kids could try those things out, really give it a go, and work out what they wanted to be doing for themselves. So that, that really excites me to be able to do that sort of stuff. And I love that I can do that for other families as well. That really lights me up and just really makes my heart full when I can do that. So I love sharing this business. So how we get paid in 3 ways, which is really cool. The first way is through commission, and we are really a referral business. So, if I go and get my hair done and then say, oh, hey, Carlina, the hairdresser I went to was amazing. And then she goes along and says, yeah, Jo, it was great. The hairdresser's not going to give her, she's not going to pay her for her business, like for that, or me for referring her for that extra business or anything like that. Same with restaurants or movies. We're always, as women, of course, talking with our friends and saying what we love and recommending, but never getting, monetary value back in our bank accounts for it. So I love that we can share these amazing products and get a financial reward for sharing it, and really for caring for other people in that regard as well, because we really do share it from a caring perspective. We don't share it so that people just buy it. We share it because we see a value and we want to be able to share those products with someone to improve their life. The next way is through retail. So we get retail profit on our products, which is great because we get all the support from head office. We actually just need to connect the company with the customer, and they do all the other work for us, all that back work. They do all the money collection, they ship it, they pack it, they ship it, they send it out. There's no collecting a big box of things and then distributing out to different people around the place, or spending a whole heap of time at the post office. The only products that we have are our own, and we actually get money back on those as well, which is awesome, and I love that. But we're not like a lot of other companies. I know I've been involved in a few others where you need to spend a certain amount per month to keep things rolling, and that's not the case with us either. Like I said, the only product you have is your own, so that's really cool. And the third way we get paid is through bonuses. And I don't know about you guys, but I have actually never worked a job where we get given a bonus for our work. So, there might have been a Christmas present here and there, but never a bonus. So this is super cool because the bonuses are actually unlimited, and we're a teaching business. So we get rewarded for teaching and supporting others. And we have this amazing community. Like, why would we not want to support and teach each other? It's really great to be able to build each other up as women, and really just grow and learn in such a safe, supportive environment and community. So by teaching other people, like Sarah shared before, that Natasha has taught her, and she's then gone on and taught other people, that we get rewarded for that teaching as well. So the bonuses are unlimited, which is just fantastic. If you teach 5 people, you get bonuses for teaching those 5 people, and those 5 people get bonuses as well for reaching certain goals in our business. So it's really exciting. So I'm going to zip it and head back to Carlina to wrap up for tonight. But thank you for joining anybody that's jumped on or watching the recording. I really appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Jo. And thank you so much to everyone for sharing tonight. Your stories just blow me away, and they light me up inside so much every time I hear about how much the product or the business has changed people's lives. And like the girls have mentioned, we have such an amazing community, and none of us knew each other before we started this business, and we've all become such close friends, and we support one another. And that's something that I've never felt outside of this community, which I just love. So if you are watching this and have any questions, I strongly encourage you to go back to the person that shared this event with you and just get your questions answered. It doesn't hurt to get your questions answered. So because, what if this could be the thing that changes your life as well? So thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully we will see you soon.